you hit refresh.
So now I think you guys can see it. I turned it off and turn it on. I know it takes time.
Oh, there it is.
Does it say that it's charging
No, I think it's
the computer? Because
Yeah.
the screen kept turning off, and I don't know
Really?
if that was causing it or not, or if it was just a symptom of.
now. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah. I think previously maybe instead
Yeah.
of start.
Same thing as last time.
That was a huge delay though.
It's huge, yeah. Okay.
Sorry guys, well we having fun anyway. I mean it's been a while. We have to tune us up again. I don't know what happened, but at least we.
The show must go on.
Okay.
All right.
I'll tell. Jim says, Jim is our contractor or
Yeah.
something outside.
He's our-
Uh,
I can sit over there. No, perfect. Yeah, that works.
oh. Now Jeremy's broadcasting. Speak loudly, please.
Turn the alarm
Here's
down.
the better one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to get covered.
Honestly, now she's seeing you, Jeremy.
Here, I can do it.
Now this time
It's
you-
getting
so, like,
bunched.
I was the video. I was the model. They were doing upper limb.
You were the one?
It was on the
Oh,
video that I was
no.
showing. It was an upper limb,
But I think
and you
the.
see Jordan in the background, and you're on this side.
Yeah, the last time we checked, it was the correct one.
I think we have to just edit all our video live streaming to the thing that is not. I'm crying. Where you go?
All right, medial is left.
Keep your depth.
I didn't mean to do
Yeah, I
this.
see, Jeremy.
That's the word for it. There you go.
All right. There's the IT. Right.
Yep.
All right. Hold on to that $100 bill.
Can I get rid of it? Oh, okay. The East
Okay.
Jet Tibers.
Yep, there's the IT.
You have to press hard on.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. There it is. But here, when you see the ischial your sciatic nerve is here next to it. But many times we had a hard time to. I think it must be.
Is that it?
Yeah. It's very hard to differentiate from here. Can you see it from here?
There it is.
I think that's it.
Now he came down already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's the richest guy. This is the stay there, Prince.
Look how
Okay?
medial.
So we're gonna take a picture. No, stay there. Sorry.
My butt's in your
You wanna take a picture from
Sure.
there? So.
Yeah, it's much more. I think.
We're gonna take a picture just to make frame. Hold on a second. Did you see it?
Yeah. So I think it's because he's tilted this way. We were approaching it like
You were
this.
like straight,
Yeah.
but now he tilted about 20 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Her leg is also externally rotated a bit.
Now you
Earlier she's
This
face
is
down.
what you're
She's
coming
like
out.
facing a little outwards that way. Alright, can you unfreeze please?
I cannot because it's such a beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
I'll come back to it. Okay. So this is a little more. So I'm in the gluteal cleft, maybe like 1/3 of the way medially. That's
Say it, okay? Instead of looking at it.
so. Sorry. IT. But you have to press pretty hard. I'm pretty medial. And as I start coming down,
More gel.
need more depth as well. Right, and then I stay pretty medially by the cleft.
Now very little semimembranosus.
Yeah, so it's only like a
So
centimeter
this
movement.
is
Well, that's
teeny- now
Magnus
it's
to the
half an hour.
Magnus to the left. Yeah, but I'm only moving my hand
Just
distally
like
by
that.
like a centimeter.
Here,
That's
it's
already
slowly,
appearing.
please. Slowly. Okay, go ahead.
So that's our one is this.
Oh, can you do like this?
Oval.
Stay there. So
Debbie's
Okay.
gonna film from over there.
Debbie, you're gonna film this
Yep.
one and then it's
Okay.
gonna
Okay.
video. Okay. Before get rid of a semimembranosus.
Okay, so there's the semimembranosus.
Go up approximately. Now, okay.
Now it's
no,
gone.
you're gonna videotape this one.
Okay. I'm in the gluteal cleft, and to the left is the adductor magnus.
Adductor
To the
magnus.
right is the semitendinosus. In the cleft, and if I just go like what,
This
even just with the toggle, I'm changing the angle. The membranosus starts coming in. It's gone. As I angle more towards the cleft, as I angle more distally, there's the membranosus, and then I start moving more distally, and then it starts coming
raphe.
into view along with the raphe as well.
And then move it to the right.
And then as I come more laterally as well, so now we have the membranosus right under that yellow arrow, tendinosus, and then biceps femoris.
Then sciatic nerve.
And sciatic nerve is
Yeah.
down there in the middle. And then I can come even more distally.
Gel.
Yeah, we need more
Alright,
gel.
I stopped
Okay.
that video right when we needed more gel.
So when we put the new one and then we're gonna put together.
Right. Angled like this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, can I English
this way.
question? Oh, it's gonna broadcast. What's the difference between toggle and tilt?
Nothing.
No difference.
One is in the anterior posterior plane, one is medial
No.
lateral.
Toggle
This
is-
is heel toe.
That's
this
heel
one's
toe.
heel toe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Toggle and
Toggle and tilt are, I've heard them used
I think
Oh.
the
It's
same.
same.
I think the same. I think most people try to say toggle, but
Right.
instead of saying tilt, because tilt you could think of it
Tilt
as this way, which is
That's
why
what I'm
they
saying, yeah.
like differentiate as toggle.
Toggle
and then
anterior
heel
posterior.
toe.
Heel
Okay.
toe.
Yeah, I don't know. I still
Heel
say tilt.
toe.
Yeah, like toggle and tilt to me are this, and then heel
Yeah.
toe is.
Yeah.
English class adjourned.
Ultrasound.
So at this
Yeah.
point, we're now halfway down the hamstring with the sciatic nerve under the yellow arrow in the middle of the screen. We got, again, membranosus, tendinosus, and then biceps femoris. And we're about in the middle of the hamstring, so now we're going to come more distally, keeping the sciatic nerve in the middle. Tendinosus is starting to disappear, if you could see
So
that.
now, can you show? Yeah.
It's under the yellow arrow, so now it's gone as I'm just proximal to the posterior knee.
Stop here. So that's why tendinosis, right? Because it's by the time it goes to the knee, there's no muscle left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll show that again. So middle of hamstring, it's right under the yellow arrow. It's a decent size, and then as I come more distally and medially, it really gets smaller, and I'm just proximal to the posterior knee, and then now it becomes the tendon itself, with the thing under the yellow arrow being the semimembranosus.
Correct.
If I come back more proximally to where they're both big, so these are the medial hamstrings, with the now the sciatic nerve is in the middle, semitendinosus is under the yellow arrow, and I come more laterally looking at the biceps.
So here,
femoris.
stop biceps, long
Yeah,
head,
long head.
short head stuff. Can you start to
Yeah.
show us like when the short head of the
Yeah.
bicep starts?
So the short head of the biceps is going to come off the linea aspera. So I'm going to, right now the biceps femoris is literally under the yellow arrow. It's the big circular structure. That's the long head. This is the short head, which is a more rectangular, oblong looking structure. So I'm going to come, right now I'm in the middle of the hamstring. So I'm going to come more proximally so that we can see where the short head originates. And if I come more proximally and stay a bit more laterally, you see the short head is starting to disappear and get to its proximal origin point. And I'm not doing a great job right now. It's getting kind of hazy. So now I'm about a third of the way down the hamstring. There it is. It's a bit hyperechoic. I'm going to push down a bit, make it a little smaller. And as I come more proximally, it's starting to just kind of dissipate.
Almost. So surprisingly,
And that's
the
not
short head
the
of the
short-
biceps is a high proximal than this.
Yeah,
one.
it is gone at this.
And
It's
it's gone.
wherever the yellow arrow is under that sub-Q. I think that's the tendinous origin.
No,
Or
that's
a
tendon.
tendon.
Yeah,
That's a tendon
you
of
can
the
see it,
short
yeah.
head. Because if I cut there, it's beginning.
Yeah, it's popping up.
And as I come a couple more centimeters, I'm pretty lateral right now. And then it's gone. So what is the shark fin structure right here?
Which one?
That shark fin.
That one? That's not the.
Because this is
This
the
is
long
the-
head.
This is the short, long head.
Yeah. What is that?
So,
Is that still the
short
short
head
head?
to start.
Short head.
Short head to start.
No way. I'm way too proximally now.
well, so then move laterally. Sorry. Now it's in the center.
Because the piriformis or the external
Yeah, that's not the-
rotator attached
That's
to
not the short head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
attached to the gluteal.
Yeah.
The,
The short head, that's the short head, right?
greater trochanteric.
Yeah.
I think
And
that's
then
going
the
to-
short head, are you saying that's still the short head?
No.
Why don't
This
you
is-
just follow to the up? That must be cubic rotator.
I know. Can you follow to the greater trochanter and
It
see
goes
if
to greater trochanter here, it's moving, or go to the medial side.
It might be one of the external rotator.
Yeah,
but-
because
Yeah,
it's
it's
all
just-
going into gluteal, greater tuberosity. This is good
For
practice
deep
because
space.
you cannot just put the probe and see
Yeah.
one muscle, we do scroll up and down.
Yeah, I think you might be picking up something from the deep gluteal space that's on its way to its
Maybe.
institution.
And then if we come
Maybe
more,
Jinku is gonna tell us.
when we're about halfway down the hamstring, if we have a long head here, short head
He said
here,
gluteus.
as we come more distally, then we see the short head getting larger and the long head getting shorter. So then when we get towards the lateral femoral condyle, the long head, which is right under the yellow arrow, as if I toggle more superiorly, you see it, and then if I toggle more posteriorly, it's practically gone. With the thing under the yellow arrow now being the short head being the predominant biceps femoris.
Femoris. It's big now. Okay, then
And then that's it going towards its origin point.
so why don't we now let's just follow the sciatic nerve then.
It almost looks like her fibular head starts really high, but it's not. That's just the
Is it here?
up here.
Yeah, here. And it goes like this.
No,
When-
her fibular head. When you're above the knee, it almost looks like her fibular head is coming into view, but I think it's actually
No,
just the femur. And then when you come down,
What's wrong with my princess?
Nothing. It looks the same shape or something.
There's nothing wrong with me. This is
No,
just
I'm just saying that the shape.
no. You know why I know there's something wrong with me? Because on EMG, larger body habitus, muscular legs, that fibular head is so hard to find.
Really?
So hard.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm like, where is this thing?
I was just saying that the distal
You got a
femur looks similar to the morphology of the
Okay,
fibular.
so now we're
I
gonna follow the
apologize,
sciatic nerve.
Okay. I'm gonna have to come more proximally again, I apologize. And
But
I'm
it's
gonna be
still
pressing
going.
deep.
the semitendinosus and biceps femoris.
Right.
You guys see, you see the Mercedes emblem over there, right? And then the sciatic nerve, and then he's gonna
There it
follow
is.
the huge sciatic nerve. Follow. So this is almost underneath of the tendinosus. That's what I'm talking about.
I know.
Get your butt up and come here. Let me put the gel like decorating, okay?
Like I'm decorated. Yeah. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, he is changing his career now. Okay, continue.
Okay, so sorry, I'll come back more proximally. So
Yeah.
we could see the beautiful sciatic nerve. If I press even harder, then you could see some of the fascicles as well. And we have the Mercedes sign, and then a bit of the artery as well.
Yeah.
There it is.
Beautiful tendon.
It is. It's a little lower than Mercedes sign. Okay, but continue.
Okay, I'm gonna come more distally and keep that yellow. If you look under the yellow arrow at about the 4 centimeter mark, that's where our sciatic nerve is. Keeping it under the yellow arrow.
So look at his.
Then I'm at the middle of the, I'm about
Right.
the middle of the hamstring under the yellow arrow. It's still about the 4 centimeter mark. There's our sciatic nerve. You can see some of the fascicles.
So you saw his
I'm
probe
giving-
is moving from medial to the lateral now
Yeah.
slowly.
And it's about in the, pretty much straight up the
Like
middle
one-
of the hamstring.
Yeah.
Both between medial and lateral and proximal and distal. With about medium pressure right now.
Impression.
Yeah, this is
Sure.
light pressure. This is hard pressure. So I'd say medium
Oh,
pressure. So we can see it in the middle.
says what, 3?
And then as we go,
So stay there, look at this. If you look at the sciatic nerve, it's round, but inside you can see the fascicles, right? So it's kind of, you see a
Yeah.
toggle and shows it. Looks like
More
2 now,
fascicle.
1, 2.
And
Depends on how you put the probes.
Yeah.
Okay, now move distally.
and then, oh, there's our eggplant under the yellow
Yep.
arrow, as Debbie eloquently pointed out.
Looks like flower leaves, right? Both sides.
Yeah.
Now it's splitting
And then
in
I'm
2.
coming more, so right now we see the fascicles, I'm coming more laterally as well. So this whole course I've started medial at the gluteal cleft near the IT, and I've gone more laterally. If you can imagine a line towards the lateral condyle, so it's actually more towards the fibular head. And
Obviously 2 now, stay there.
it's starting to split up
1,
now.
2.
Do you see that? So follow on the ultrasound image, follow the white arrow that Heidi is pointing out. So it's at about the 3 centimeter mark under the yellow arrows, our sciatic nerve. I'm going to toggle a bit so you can see it. It'll disappear. I'm going to toggle more distally. And as I come more laterally and distally, you're starting to see it split.
Yep.
As I come more towards the fibular head laterally,
Go ahead. Then I'm going to change the depth. You're going to go down to chase down. That's tibial nerve.
so now I'm proximal again.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're at like the 2.5 centimeter mark. We changed the depth. And it's starting to split as I come more laterally.
So when you see the
Towards the
nerve, you
fibular
have to
head.
move a little fast, otherwise you get to lose.
It's going up there.
Yeah, move fast.
Do you see it under the white arrow?
Oh, just above the fibular head now,
Yeah.
right?
So the
So-
fibular head, so that there it is. You see under the yellow arrow where the white arrow is. So I'm going to come more proximally so that we can go a little faster.
Yeah,
so that we
see
can
now you
track
can
it
see
as
much
it splits.
easily. You may not move closer because closer is going to ruin the findings. Just don't move closer. Now you can see where he is, right? Round sciatic nerve, but still, even though it's not like splitting, but it's split it already inside, so you can see the difference. But as you distally move, you have to move fast to see how it is moving. Because you see, I can see even easily. The reason why we are keep losing because we move so slowly. Now see, go up on the top of the. I don't know, Brian can say it.
Can you see it?
Can you
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah.
Right. Then it's good. Then he saw it. We have a student who confirmed that he can see it.
Uh-huh. So one more time. So now it's at about the 3.5 centimeter mark under the yellow arrow. I'm gonna move pretty quickly towards from the middle of the hamstring, about 2/3 distally, and then I'm gonna go towards the fibular head. And keep your eyes on the sciatic nerve. And then starting to there, it's going
Going
under
up.
the yellow arrow towards the fibular head.
Top. Now we're gonna show where's the
And now
nerve.
it's coming around the
The
nerve.
people will say that it's this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oop.
I'm going back more proximally so you can see it.
Yep. And then I'll continue. Then from the middle you can show the tibial nerve. How tibial nerve moves. Next week is going to be fun, right? Deep and superficial current near nerve. Yeah, we follow everything last time. Actually, YouTube looks much better. YouTube screen is much better than this.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
Contrast.
always is better.
This one looks bluer for some reason.
So now we're at the 3.5 centimeter mark under the yellow arrow. And now, before we're watching it split towards the fibular head. So now we're going to come back more proximally. So we have eggplant over here under the yellow arrow. So now we have the sciatic nerve again. I'm getting some shadowing, literally splitting it up. So we're about in the middle of the hamstring, and then we're going to come more medially. Stay in the middle so that we can try and watch it split.
Can you guys tell where that is? Do we need to move this one or?
What's in it?
It has to be in the middle. So the
There it is.
the
Oh, I see it.
yeah. So let's say if you lost it, right?
Find the
Then what
polyp.
happened?
Yeah.
Artery,
Exactly.
right? Popliteal, huge tibial nerve. So always nerve moves with the artery.
Okay.
So if you are not so sure, that's what the pain doctors do, right? They don't really, even though they don't find the nerve, once they find the artery and then they look for the nerve and they infuse perineally.
Yeah, there
So-
it is. Right.
Here's the artery, so I'm gonna put the color flow. So you can
Okay.
see the popliteal artery here, and then cursor. So looks like I cannot see well, but this is the tibial nerve. So we're gonna get rid of color flow, and then we're gonna.
We saw the differentiation really well when we had the tibial and
Very easy
fibular
actually. All
artery
are the, also,
division.
yeah,
There it
this
is.
is,
Yeah.
that's the nerve. Yeah,
It's
that
right
is the
under
nerve.
it's
yeah.
right under the yellow arrow at about
This
the
one,
1.5
this one,
centimeter mark.
yeah. And then this is the popliteal artery. This
Yeah,
is the
it's
nerve. You can
just
see this
superficial, yeah.
fascicle, all the fascicles.
Now I'm putting light pressure. You can still see it, and then
You can follow it to the division of the popliteal into the
So now
Yeah.
do you see this motor
fibular
nerve going into
posterior
the
tibial arteries, and then it follows
gastrocs
with
and then
posterior
follow
tibial
the
arteries.
all of its branches.
look at
are
this, all the
split now.
branches is
Yeah.
amazingly moving.
Okay, so right now, like in the posterior knee joint, can you move the white arrow, the cursor? So it's right under the yellow arrow, right above the artery. And then I'm going just ever so slightly distally, and you see one branch
So
You see another branch.
oh, stay there. Oh, sorry, what am I
You
doing?
can see two branches, three
What am I
branches actually.
doing here? See, if you see it, actually, you should pop out. See, the color is popping out here. So this is a nerve, this is the artery, but next to it is the nerve. So we when we do the botulinum toxin injection, this is the motor nerve only, not sensory nerve. So we are dropping the medication around this area to be close to neuromuscular junction. And this is we all know that the gastro motor point is following the pennation. So this is kind of pennation. Here you can see oh, it's beautiful. This is one here as go to the medial gastro. Medial gastro, you see this whole things. Do you see this whole artery is moving?
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is the nerve. This is artery. Or next to it is the nerve.
And you see
You
them
can
all.
Yeah.
see this is
Yeah.
going down. So
Yeah.
here,
Yes.
now you can clearly see it, right?
Yeah, it always follows.
Big tibial nerve, as we go down, is spread out to whole gastrocs.
The
And
issue
then,
is like going more proximally. The
if
nerve just kind of gets very wet.
Oh yeah,
Right.
mine is very smudgy.
if
Yeah.
you guys find that the sura nerve between the medial head, lateral head, I'll buy Starbucks with David's money.
Ooh, we got lots of money on that card.
So we're done
Awesome.
today?
I think so.
Yeah. So guys, I think you should review my
Get your towel ready.
the PowerPoint lecture on lower limb that has a much better, I think this, how can we say, description of the hamstring and sciatic nerve. Next week we're gonna do peroneal nerve and low leg. So please study. That's also in the same lecture. And then have a wonderful Monday. Bye bye. Nobody watches, but we say bye bye. Good morning.
They watch.
But Jimpo and Dr. Azizi. Let me stop.
We go back and watch.